La Jolla, San Diego. Beautiful beaches, oceanfront estates, top-rated schools, and the high price tag to go with it. So is it worth it? Is it fun? Is it good? Is it bad? Well, today I'm going over the top 3 pros and cons in living in one of the most popular San Diego neighborhoods among locals and tourists. Hey, welcome to my channel where I teach you everything there is to know about San Diego and surrounding areas so you can live like a local. My name is Jamie Lennon and I'm a realtor in San Diego, and I help people from all over the country relocate and invest in real estate. So whether you're looking to make a move in 1 month or 1 year, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, because we want to help you make a smooth move to the best city in California. La Jolla is undoubtedly one of the nicest places to live and visit in San Diego, and is home to over 37,000 residents, among those being UCSD students and alumni. Some people never leave. And we can't forget about our friends down in the Cove. They're the real OGs of La Jolla. There are many things La Jolla is known for, one being the infamous clothing-optional beach at Black's Beach. Then, of course, the hundreds of sea lions soaking up the sun at the children's pool down at La Jolla Cove. It appeals to snorkelers and divers due to the abundance of marine life, and some of the most stunning views in the county can be found here. And it's known to be a great place to raise a family. That all sounds great, but is it really worth the price tag? Starting off with pro number 1, and that is that there is always something to do. People travel from all over to check out the many, and I mean many, sea lions at the Cove. It's also home to the Birch Aquarium, which is the Scripps Institution of Oceanography at UCSD. You have the Torrey Pines Glider Port, which can be found cliffside overlooking Black's Beach. There are multiple golf courses, include the world-renowned Torrey Pines Golf Course, which has hosted past PGA tours. And the best view in the city can be seen at Mount Soledad Veterans Memorial. There are way more things to do other than surf and tan at the beaches in La Jolla. A lot of people come here to snorkel in the Cove because you can find things like leopard sharks, which are the nice ones. There are, of course, sea lions and sea turtles and even dolphins, and sometimes you'll even find migrating whales close to shore. But there is so much marine life here to explore that, yes, people of course will come to chill out on the beach, but a lot of people are actually getting in the water to explore too. Speaking of things to do, shopping and dining is among one of the top things people do here, right along Prospect Street. La Jolla definitely caters to a more upscale way of living. When you come down to the village, you will find blocks of high-end stores and top-rated restaurants. This part of La Jolla also tends to be the most walkable area, but also the busiest, especially in the heat of summer. Number 2 on our list of pros comes to no surprise, and that is that it's a great place to raise a family. One of the many reasons families are drawn to this area is because of the education it can provide to their children. It has some of the top schools in the county, both public and private schools, not to mention it's home to the University of California, San Diego, or UCSD. So whether you're a student or have a family, access to quality education is a significant advantage to living in this area. There are parks all throughout. There's hiking trails and nature walks all throughout the community, which are all really great activities for families to do together, for them to be able to spend time with each other outside. Scripps Park, which is where I'm filming this, and then you have Kellogg Park that's down in La Jolla Shores. Those two are among the most popular due to their location overlooking the ocean. People spend time outside here, which is really nice to see kids playing outside. And of course, you see the beaches filling up with kids after school, maybe, going down to catch some waves or getting into trouble on shore. La Jolla is rated 27% safer than the state's overall average, and in fact, niche.com rates it the second best community to live in San Diego. 70% of residents are homeowners, which is considered high for a California neighborhood, and there are many benefits to a community being majority owner-occupied. For one, it tends to stay more well-maintained and manicured, if you will. And residents tend to involve themselves more in the community, therefore creating a more welcoming and tight-knit neighborly feel. Our number 3, but definitely ranking at the top of the list, drum roll please. La Jolla's natural beauty. Stunning, breathtaking, beautiful, however you want to say it, La Jolla is a knockout, a solid 10. You're surrounded by beautiful homes and natural beauty no matter what area you're in. The natural beauty sweeping La Jolla is what makes it one of the most sought after places to live in California. From its pristine beaches to the stunning cliffside views and picturesque landscapes, La Jolla offers an unparalleled coastal living experience. Now that I got the more obvious pros out of the way, let's address what some of the cons or challenges one might face when living here. Number 1, and something that really gets those gears grinding, is the traffic and crowds. 30% of residents work from home and don't have to commute, but for the rest, there are really only 2 main roads with access to the freeway that get you in and out of La Jolla. It's either going to be La Jolla Parkway or La Jolla Village Drive, all of which get extremely congested during rush hour traffic, during the weekends, and really any time during peak season. It's such a popular destination for tourists, and that means that some areas, mostly around the village and La Jolla shores, get quite crowded, especially May through September. You really do need a car to get around here because public transportation is not prominent here. People will also ride bikes, but it's very hilly, so it's not going to be no leisure ride just to go and grab lunch. But you could really get some good use out of an electric bike here. Our number 2 con is parking. If you plan on coming down to La Jolla on a weekend, do yourself a favor and make it a full day trip. A day that starts around 7, 8 a.m. because come 10 a.m. your choices will be circling until you find someone to follow, hoping that they're leaving. There is also paid parking garage on Prospect Street, or you have valet as an option if you're spending time around the village. The street parking fills up fast and it's very limited. There is such limited parking in La Jolla that I would wager it has the worst parking in San Diego among all the beach communities. And that's because so many people come here, especially during peak season. And that's why I got here at 8 a.m. All right, our number 3 con is the high cost for housing and lack of affordable housing for students. All right, you've been waiting for this one, haven't you? Of course you have, because the biggest downside to living here is the high cost for housing. Hey, an upscale life such as living in La Jolla comes with a price tag. We cannot deny that. This lifestyle doesn't come cheap. This area is considered one of the wealthiest zip codes in the country and second most expensive city in San Diego, runner-up to Rancho Santa Fe. When looking to purchase a home, the starting price for a single-family home is going to be right around $2.8 million. I did find this quaint home that's walking distance to the village. It's for $1.6 million, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. These opportunities do come up, either be on or off market. So if you're interested in finding a property at this price point in La Jolla, reach out to us and we'll get you dialed in on all the current inventory. Most of La Jolla is made up of single-family homes, with the exception of La Jolla Village, which is located off of La Jolla Village Drive. This area is going to be near shopping, and it's mostly made up of condo, townhome, and apartment-style living, with the average price for an apartment being around $3,800, or to buy, you'll be looking at a starting price of about $730,000. Another note is the lack of affordable housing for students, or rather no affordable housing for students. Remember, UCSD is right here and only 19% of students live on campus. That means 81% of students who live off campus have a hard time finding something that they can afford, and that's still relatively close to school. So the two areas where most students live will be PB, or Pacific Beach, because there's more opportunities for students to share a house instead of renting an apartment, which inevitably will lower the rent a bit. And then also you have University City, which has a lot of apartment style living near UTC Mall, and there you can get an apartment for under $3,000 a month. Honestly, there are so many positives to living and visiting La Jolla, but also important to be aware of the downsides and potential challenges of living here as well. If you like being surrounded by beauty, shopping at luxury boutiques, and playing 18 holes at world-class golf courses, then the pros might outweigh the cons. After all, traffic, crowds, high costs for housing, those are to be expected when you live in one of the most desirable places in the country. Well, there you have it. 3 pros, 3 cons. The choice is yours. Until next time, friends, stay classy.